Hello everyone, welcome to the market review for January 11th, 2018. Today is Thursday, 8:21 p.m. Man, what a day, amazing. We were waiting for this move for a while, and finally we got it. So IWM in the Russell 2000 ETF moved up 2.66 or 172%. We were waiting for the breakout on this 155.41. I did have an alert here, so as soon as I saw this breakout and gaining strength, I entered the trade. Excellent day for IWM. I was already in a trade that I took around this area here. I'm going to show you actually my my Fibonacci with this one, and I entered it right here, the first one in this kind of bounce, and then I was waiting for actually the breakout, and the big breakout was today, and moved strongly to the upside. Very nice and good volume also. So pretty happy with this trade. I'm gonna see if meets the first target here at 127.2 level, and in 158.41. So could retrace, but we'll see. Then if this goes to 127, which I think, I mean, the way that the market went, most probably is going to go up to this level and probably pass it. So if that happens, then the next target is going to be the 161.8 at 162.2. So I took another trade, so I do have some positions here, incremental positions in the IWM. So perfect for the Russell today. All of the ETFs on the market were winners today. Diamonds also moved 0.78% at 255.67. So moving strongly to the upside. Yesterday was kind of a retrace intraday or a retrace day. Moved a little bit. If you see here, and I said it yesterday, we had a lower high and a lower low, but today it recovered. It was kind of like within the probability, since this one was a white candle or a green candle actually. So moving to the upside and continue the uptrend. So next one was spiders, very close in terms of percentage to the diamonds. So spiders for the S&P 500 move also to the upside after this post day. So we do have a low here that could serve also as a support in case that the spiders comes back. This would be a nice support where we are going to find probably some buyers. So very nicely a move, very nice move to that level here. So I'm gonna mark this one here also as a support at 272.92, and then with the uptrend continuation. QQQ, the fourth ETF, also moving to the upside and recovering this couple of days on retracement. This actually was a red candle, not a down day. I mean, very similar close in between this day and this day here, but in this one retraced a little bit, found buyers again, and moved to the upside. So a little bit less volume on this move here, but because most of the strength was concentrated actually in IWM with very nice volume in terms of dollar volume at 26.5. So, and then VIX had a kind of an up day. It is still within the range of 9 and 10. So no fear in the market, finishing also in the low range of this structure of the VIX. So no fear there. Let's see some of the sectors. Oh, well, let's see. First of all, let's see the futures. At this time is 8:26. I'm gonna put here the intraday 15 days. So 15 minutes. See that in here at about 4 p.m. Eastern, the market closed here very strongly in this half an hour. Was very strong, and then retracing a little bit and going back to this area. This is still a bullish move. You see we have a high and then a low, a higher high, and then a higher low right here. So as long as this retrace is above this area here, then we are still in an uptrend. So very nice, for the futures on the S&P 500. Nasdaq futures also retraced a little bit after the close. But it's still holding this higher high. So same situation for the Nasdaq. This one here is the Bitcoin. I'm going to show you how Bitcoin is doing for or not Bitcoin, cryptocurrencies actually is doing. Futures are continuing the downtrend. And not recovering, so I don't see any signals of recovering. Actually, moving to all times lows here after the opening on the futures, which was on December 11th. If we go to this graph here, I do have a couple of things that I wanted to share with you. This one is the daily. Graph, and we see here that we have Bitcoin at $13,000. So it's still in the downtrend move since the all-time high here at $20,000. If we see the weeklies, actually the weeklies are above this support level, and it has retraced already a 50%. So this one is kind of like a major retracement. It's not in a downtrend yet, but we don't know what is going to happen, right? So probably, so there's a chance that we're going to find some buyers here and bounce a little bit back here, and or cross it. I mean, nothing new, but if it fails the 0.382 and it keeps moving down, then this one is going to be a downtrend for sure. So in the daily candles, I mean, I don't really like that much this one. It's already below the 30 days moving average, and low, going to the 50%. So this one is actually an area of support. If it bounces, then we will see if it goes again above the moving average again. But we do have also a trend line painted here that needs that is going to serve as a resistance level also. So a lot of speculation on what is going to happen, but I said yesterday I don't really like this graph anymore. Bitcoin Cash, same thing. This one had a nice move above the moving average yesterday, but today, actually after 7 p.m. yesterday and the whole day today, came back down and leaving all of these buyers, empty-handed, I guess, and then or with a little bit of retracement right here. So after 7 p.m. today, right now it's about an hour and a half after the day for trading Bitcoin close. We do have a 6.87 in Bitcoin Cash. Ethereum also going back down in a daily candle, going to the support area here. I don't know if there's a high probability that finds some buyers here, or if it doesn't and then keeps moving down, we have two big red volume levels here that are we have some good selling there, and the MACD is also in this down trend, and so if it crosses and this cross this one, and then it moves to the next support level is going to be the 30 days moving average. Ripple also going down in finding support in this area. We'll see what's going on, what is going to happen with Ripple, and finally Litecoin also below the 30 days moving average in a downtrend. We thought that this one was going to break up to the upside, but it didn't. It has 1 and 2 higher highs, but then it retraced, and now it's at the level of the end of the year of 2017. So if it breaks this area here, then the only thing that we will see is probably the next level right here, down here. It's going to be nasty. I'm out of the trade. I've been out of the Litecoin for a while now. Made the money when it could be done. Now we need to wait and see for this one. So the next thing I said I was going to review with you, or yesterday I said that I was going to review with you, was position sizing. Position sizing and money allocation is very important. Wait until the end of the video, and I'm going to show you what is my approach for this one. But before that, let's review next the sectors. So all the sectors, with the exception of XLP and XLU, were to the up today, led by energy. So the energy sector moved to the upside, upside. I'm gonna. I had a. Let's see. I'm gonna show you my XLU sector or the components on the XLU right here. So right here, XLE. XLE right here. So big moves in Chevron. Yeah, the leader in Chevron, the leader in XLE, the energy sector, was Chevron, very close to earnings on the second. So we have about 15 days for it. EOG, second big player in this sector. So EOG Resources, and then COP, ConocoPhillips, also moving to the upside. I don't have a position in Conoco, but I did have a position in Conoco that I exited around this area here. So it kept moving to the upside. I did reallocate the money into different positions, but this one, it's actually a very nice uptrend. Now I don't have a setup to enter this position again. So my setups are normally breakouts on horizontals or bull flags like this one here, and enter it in it at around this level. And let me show you with this arrow right here. So when it pulls back 1, 2, 3 days and then moves to the upside, then right there would be my entry. So it's going to be entering the trade right here or right here, but now it's too extended, so I need to wait for a pullback to break. The other entry I like a lot is this one here. See, that right there. So when you have a downtrend, then it moves up, gives a higher low, and then moves and crosses this diagonal trend line, then I'm allowed to enter. That is a trigger for me, and then I have to wait and see if it does continue with the other side of the this diagonal, or if it starts moving away from it. So in this case, moved away. This one moved away and then gave a bull flag here. So gives another entry here, and then there's another entry right there. So 3 entries for this one. Right now there's no setup, so no way to enter it. OXI actually gave an entry today. This one is actually an entry. It pulled back a couple of days actually, and then gives a bull flag. So we have a horizontal resistance breakout right here at this level, 75.38, or a bull flag entry right here at 75.02. So either one of those could have triggered an entry. Now if you want to consider this one as an entry, is probably a good candidate still, but you have to be mindful that if you enter it, the stop needs to be, it's going to be a little bit larger, and the loss could be a little bit larger than if you take the entry right here. So that it is very important to create an alert whenever you see the formation of the bull flag. So in this case, for example, right here, you could start trailing and look at daily this retracement, and then when it goes above this one right here, that is a bull flag. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 days in a downtrend, and then here the bull flag is triggered, so you can enter the trade and start moving the stop. Not a trailing stop, but a wait until you see a weakness and retracement of this one actually has been restless. So moving to moving to the upside. So very nice trend here. OXI, XLE is the sector, SLB, Schlumberger also moving very strongly to the upside in earnings in a couple of more days here. KMI, another one in the energy sector. This one is actually an entry right here. I'm gonna switch this one for that, and then we have a trigger actually today to enter this trade. And if you see here the history, we do have a little bit support very close to this area here. So if we consider this movement here, this one is actually a nice entry. So we are right above this 1917 level, and then the next resistance level could be, or it is at this 1985. So this one is actually, now the problem is that we have an earnings release right now. So I would wait. Okay, so if I wouldn't enter myself, I wouldn't enter this trade right here, just because it's too close to earnings and you never know what is going to happen. So most likely it's going to go to the upside, but right now also entering a bull a bullish trend in like a long call. It's a little bit too late. The volatility and the price of the option, it's a little bit too expensive or way too expensive. I'm sure that the volatility, the implied volatility on this one is high compared to its historical volatility. So so I would not enter this trade right here just because of the earnings, and we are entering the earnings season. So I would be, in every trade I am checking actually when the earnings are going to be. So if it's within the 10 to 15 days of the entry, I just wait and have patience with it. So XOM, ExxonMobil Corporation, also moving here, forming a bull flag. This one has earnings on February, so we still have time, but we need to enter. If we are going to enter this trade, I would enter it off of that resistance level breakout, and then enter it right above this level right here, but then sell it before the earnings. VLO Valero also moving to the a constant. This one is beautiful movement to the upside, and then finally PSX 0.28%. And also moving to the upside with a little bit of pause right here. I'm gonna just for the sake of showing here, I'm gonna put a weekly, so we see that still this one was the week that moves the most all the way till the end of the year, and then here it's kind of like this week is moving to the upside, losing a little bit of momentum in between these 2 weeks, but still pretty strong. So very nice on Phillips. Okay, so I think that we have reviewed most of what I wanted to review today. One other thing that I'm gonna show you here are my positions very quickly. If you see, everything is in green. So today everything was moving nicely to the upside. Very strong and nice day for me today. Led by let's put here in percentage, led by First Solar. Here is the IWM, and I'm gonna show, I think that I showed you already. Yes, I showed you this one already. But couple of things that I did. So I was tracking this ATVI, and then I had a resistance level right here at this level also. It was kind of like a 1, 2, 3 touches, and then finally the fourth one was triggered today. I did have an alert above this level here, and it triggered, so I took the trade. If we see this one in a 3 years weekly, we see that it's actually in an uptrend. So everything is very nice on this trade right here. One that I wanted also to review with you, it's the one that I was called out today, actually. JBHT. This one is actually a I took this trade around this area. So you know, it moved down here. I was still in the trade. In the 128 level, I sold part of my positions. In here, when we reached the 161, I sold another one, and I put a stop here. But if you see the intraday, so I'm gonna put you know, 4 days, 5 days, 5 minutes. You know, look at what happened here. Okay, so I was here happy, and then I was at 161. You know, and then I said, okay, I'm gonna have this stop around this area here. Right at the open, I received a notification alert in my cell phone that my lovely GBHT Hunt JB Trans Services was sold, and it was sold at this level. So huge, big difference here, and it makes. I mean, I exited the trade. In the big picture, I made money, but the one that I have left, I kind of lost the gains, gave up the gains, and right after 5 minutes, 10 minutes, and 15 minutes later, I was at the same level. So, and then move sideways. So that happens, and that's why, and this is the perfect introduction to go to the next the topic that I promised. So this one is position sizing. So this one is probably the most important thing on trading that that you have to consider. I'm gonna go here and I'm gonna show you this. Okay, so depends on the if you go here, you will see that there's a net liquidation value that that your account is going to have. So the net liq value is represented in this column B. So if you have you know, a total value of you know, let's start with $25,000. Okay, let's say that you have $25,000. Now, what is the maximum amount that I'm willing to lose in one single trade? Okay, that is position sizing. So that is going to be to depend on your risk tolerance. So if that is all the money you have, you can invest the whole thing in only one trade. Now, what is the problem, right? If you lose everything in one trade, you're out. Okay, so you cannot. The next day, you don't have money to enter anything. So something can happen. The company goes for files for bankruptcy, or so the worst that can happen is that this investment, it can go to zero, especially if you go to options. If it has a big move to the downside, and you don't take care of that. So I'm going to show you my flag actually is this one here, right? GoPro. So GoPro here, it's you know, this one was a gamble actually. I put very little money, so I don't care. $200, I didn't care what happened with the $200. So this is what happened. Went down, 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 and now today this one, in terms of value of the option, is worth zero. Imagine that I had put, you know, my theoretical $25,000 into this one, and then next day down, down, down. I wait until it recovers, and I'm out. I mean, in a very short period of time, I cannot recover that money. So that is the importance of it. So first of all, some money in cash, in no single trade more than and then you have to see what is your risk tolerance. My risk tolerance, it's in between 2 and 3%. I don't move away from above this level. So if I had, $25,000 account, I wouldn't risk more than $500 to $750 per trade. So in that way I can sleep. If I have $25,000 and I lose $500 in one single trade, that is fine with me. I can go to sleep and I can sleep the whole night without any problem. Now, if the whole account, let's say that I have $25,000 and I have all the money in trades that are $500 of risk, right? So in every single one of them, where the probability is very low, right, goes to that level, then I'm going to reduce this amount in this proportion. So I'm gonna probably be with half of my, so this is my style. Okay, so that is when I'm hesitating. So let's say that I have, and this is my personal thing. So let's say that I have $25,000 and I decide that I'm gonna do a 2%. Okay, so because I feel comfortable with that. So if this one goes to 0, then or start to go down, I'm gonna sell when it reaches this 2% loss on this game. Now, what I do is to put let's say $1,000 into one trade, and then I put my stop at half of that $1,000. So let's say that I buy an option at $2. So my stop is going to be at $1. Or if I buy it at $7, my stop is going to be at $7 at $3.50. So so I calculate $1,000 of investment. So let's say, but to make it easier, each one of them is each option is $5. So I'm gonna buy one option, right? Or no, actually 2 options. So that is going to be $1,000. If that $5 goes to $2.50, I'm out, no matter what. And then the other thing is that I start to trace, theoretically trace the entry, moving the stops up depending on how the price movement is. So very, very important, very, very important. I've been trading for a while now, and this was a really a topic for me. Sometimes I especially at the beginning, I heard news about a big company called, I don't know if you know it, Facebook, right? And then I said, okay, I'm gonna put a big portion of my account into Facebook in options, and Facebook didn't move. Okay, so I was out very, very rapidly. The other thing that happened in 2013 was that the analysts were saying that the market was going to correct. So put the money into silver and gold, and so I just dumped the money there, and I was really, really hurt. So don't listen to or if you want to listen to analysts and commentators, and I would recommend you not to just follow the technical analysis, and this is very simple: price action, moving to the upside, and that's it. Forget about the news, forget about what they think that is going to happen. They have been announcing correction in this market for a long time, about more than 8 years now, and the market is still moving to the upside. So be careful, and especially be mindful, be very concerned about your position sizing. This is probably the most important thing that you have to do. Be careful on how much you invest in one single trade. Okay, hopefully that was a helpful for you. Good video, I think. I hope you liked it, and see you tomorrow. See you next time. Hopefully tomorrow. It seems that we're going to continue with the uptrend. I am looking forward for it. I don't see any signs of retracement. Probably it's going to pause a little bit, as always. Pause and up, but we've been the IWM, the Russell 2000 finally broke my ascending triangle after breaking this diagonal here. Broke the ascending triangle at 155.44. So very nice and very happy. Hope you're making lots and tons of money, and be careful, be safe, move your stops, and trade with carefulness. So okay, see you the next time. See you tomorrow.